What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we've got a special unboxing here. This is Microsoft's brand new Surface Go, and this iteration here is the Intel Pentium Gold processor 4415Y. But realistically, 128 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM. We've got your Alcantara platinum colored signature type cover, as Microsoft calls it. And so let's dive in here, shall we, and unbox this bad boy. This is the actual unboxing for me because it is still in the cellophane here. And let's do this, shall we? So we cut along. Pull back the cellophane cover here. One thing you'll notice right away, obviously, this box is a lot smaller than the other Surface boxes, which makes a lot of sense because, hey, it's a smaller device. So let's see if we can't get this thing opened here. Feel it sliding. There we go. And this is the Surface Go here. Pull it out of the box. Give it that unwrapping that it so rightfully deserves. And as you would expect, I mean, this thing looks and feels in just about every different way, shape, and form, just like any other Surface. I mean, you've got the kickstand back here that goes in any position. It's not, limited by any nature. And this thing just feels tiny. It just feels tiny. Back into the box here. What else do we have? What is Microsoft giving us here? We have the tiniest instruction manual, but that's, who's reading that anymore? Let's get rid of that. And the charger here. Let's take a look. I'd be curious to see at the size of the actual power brick on this thing because it is quite tiny. This very much reminds me of the last gen Surface 3, and not even last gen, like 2 gens ago. You just have your basic wall wart here, and it plugs right in. And then the now famous or whatever infamous Microsoft Surface Connect, which just attaches into the side. Reminder: you can use USB Type-C to charge this bad boy. But yeah. So here we go. This is the first boot. Let's go to that overhead cam here and turn this bad boy on. And one thing you'll notice, it's hard to describe. It's almost softer on the edges here. First off, it's fanless, so there's no fan hole if you're used to other Surface devices where there's a perimeter venting. None of that's happening here. The edges are just a little bit softer and rounded, and it feels quite nice. And again, these are just first impressions. I'll have a more proper review here in a little bit. But, I mean, the one thing you can't ignore here are the bezels, which is kind of hard to see on the shot because it's still on the black boot up screen. But there you go. You can start to see the size of these bezels here. Very 2015-ish. But you know what? Here we go. This is what Microsoft's shipping, and that's what we're going to run with as their entry-level device. But despite the bezels and despite everything, it feels premium, right? It doesn't feel cheap in any capacity. Let's go yes. I want English here. Cortana's going to come on here in a second and start screaming at me if I remember correctly the boot up process. Yep, there it is.
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
No, Cortana, we're going to turn you...
Sign in here, touch a Wi-Fi there.
All right, we're going to turn you off, or not, or it only makes it louder. What is the...
Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to...
There we go. Got it shut off. You would think I would remember how to do that after having done this so many times. But, all right, so what do we got here? We got the power button up top. We've got the volume rocker. Very classic Surface here. On this side, we have USB Type-C and the headphone jack. Fun fact about the headphone jack here, if we jump it back to that overhead, what you see here is that the headphone jack is up here. And it's real annoying because when you set something up like this, and you're trying to type, that headphone wire comes across your hand. So we asked Microsoft why, and the problem is that it's too big. You can't put it down here because where this hinges, it's not wide enough. So they either have the options of putting no headphone jack or putting it up high. And so I am all in favor of them having it up high. It's annoying, yes. Let's see, we're starting with our region here. I gotta go to the United States. Scrolling down, I probably bumped this. Well, there we go. United States. Yes, this thing is starting up. While this thing is getting ready to rock and roll, let's open this type cover here. Let's see. I always forget where the tape is on these things. Make sure not to cut myself. And here we go. This is the Alcantara type cover. One thing you will notice compared to previous gen type covers for something of this size, this trackpad is ginormous. Conveniently saying here, do you want to add a second keyboard? No, but I do want to add this keyboard. Wow, did you hear how loud that is? I mean, it really, I know all Surfaces make a similar noise to this, but this one just seems exceptionally loud, which is good. And it gives you assurance and the confidence that it is actually going to, stay. And of course, this does do the bifolding kind of pivot here where you can connect it up to get a little bit of extra stability. Connect it to my Wi-Fi. It feels just like a tiny Surface Pro, which is great, which I think is exactly what Microsoft is going for. Even that limited bit of typing feels confident. The keyboard does not feel super cramped. Microsoft did they told us that they put a lot of effort into trying to make this feel and act like a full-size keyboard. Obviously, it is a little bit smaller. Your hands are a little bit more angled, but keep that in mind. But overall, just typing it, granted, I'm only typing in my Wi-Fi password and a few other things. It feels, I think it's going to be fine for most people here. Now, the question which is going to be hard to show here is lappability is going to be difficult because this thing is tiny. Yeah, the problem with lappability, which is something that is a real issue because you might use this thing on your lap, is it's narrow. It's just not a wide device, which means your legs have to be close together. Granted, any ultra small form factor type device is going to have that limitation. Just be aware of that with this device in my limited usage. Again, full review coming later. I've only had a couple days with this thing. Don't want to go all crazy with it. Let's see if we can't get logged in here. Yeah, I'm having no trouble here typing in passwords. It feels, again, just like a normal keyboard. And so this is an early look here at the Microsoft Surface Go. And we'll jump back over to this overhead shot here. And again, see the kickstand here. This nice metal exterior. You can see where you kind of get the plastic bait up here, which is for the Wi-Fi antennas and all that good stuff. No LTE on this model. LTE is coming. And again, back camera, Windows Hello up front, which is right up here. And of course, the screen turns off. And yeah, so this is Microsoft's entry-level Surface tablet starting at, I believe, $399, and I believe this iteration is $549, which isn't cheap. But again, you're paying for the premium product here that is the Microsoft Surface brand, and you're getting all of that hardware and metal exterior. The biggest thing takeaway here, folks, is that this doesn't feel like a plastic piece of crap. It really doesn't. And so obviously testing is going to be needed on the performance side to see how this thing holds up. But I am going to give this a thorough spin. As always, folks, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. But look for later videos here showing off performance and a deeper dive. And so this is the brand new Microsoft Surface Go. You can go grab it from the Microsoft Store or any place that really sells Surface. And have yourselves a wonderful day. We'll catch you right back here next time.